What's up, everybody? This is Star Wars Day, and I'm ThatBrownBat. Welcome to my Toy Box submission for this May the 4th, 2025. Without further ado, I'm going to play or load up a toy box. And this toy box consists of 4 worlds. The hub world is the Federal District. You can go to the Jedi Temple, you can go to Uscru, and you can go to the Underworld. So, without further ado, let's load this up.
You hired me. Name the target. Name's Fett. Boba Fett. Who's the target?
Okay. The townspeople that are loading in are on a replayer. There are so many of them. The replayer is not perfect, but sometimes it works better than the townspeople creator, especially if you want the Guardians of the Galaxy townspeople, because they're not included in the 3.0 townspeople friend spawner. But anyway, we are in the Federal District based on the Lego Skywalker saga. This toy box is available, or will be available if it is not yet. It will be available in the link below. If you don't see it yet, come back and watch it again, and it will be eventually. But this toy box will be available for download, but you can only get this to load up properly with the ThatBrownBat mod. If you do not have the ThatBrownBat mod version 1.2 installed, which will be in the link as well, if you don't have 1.2 or later installed, we're at 1.2 right now, then it will not look right, or it won't load at all. I would just say that. It will, if you just load this up without the mod, if it does load, you're going to have weird things going on. I would just say that. So, it is meant for version 1.2 and later instances of, or future installments of the ThatBrownBat mod. Okay, links are in the description, and again, if they're not right now, they will be shortly. So come back later if you do not see them. Anyway, I will say this though, when you're playing it, it is big. It is very big. It is so huge. Sometimes you will experience lag, and that might be based on your CPU or your GPU. It's not always all Disney Infinity's fault. So I'm pushing the limit here, and I have things I had to turn off, sacrifice in the background. Now, the time that I was recording just before this, it crashed, and it was experiencing so much lag, but after it crashed and I reloaded it, now there's not a lot of lag. So, like I said, it's not always Disney Infinity. Sometimes it's your hardware. Just keep that in mind when playing this. Going into Spark mode and looking for stuff, especially while the townspeople are loaded, you are itching for a crash. I would just say that. Anyway, I don't want to tell you too many stories about how hard it was to make this because, you know, frankly, I think that people are getting sick and tired of people telling people how hard things are. I don't know. I'm getting sick and tired of listening to me gripe and moan about how hard things is. Let's just talk about how wonderful Disney Infinity is and Star Wars. Now, there's different factions of Star Wars. You might not like everything Star Wars, but you still like Star Wars. Don't let one thing of Star Wars keep you from another thing of Star Wars. Can you talk about what's good? I think the architectural design here and the liberties that I've taken are wonderful. And I think it's better than the past iterations of the ThatBrownBat mod, if I do say so myself. Is everything perfect? No, I understand not everything's perfect. So if you want to tell me this isn't perfect, that's not perfect, I'm going to do my best to ignore you. There's a day-night cycle. It's pretty neat. If you do need to get into the logic of this toy box, it's pretty much underneath the platform. It's not, I don't think any of the logic's too hidden. But anyway, I have versions of these without any logic. So if that's something people want me to make available later on in the future, let me know. But we have opening doors. It always seems like somebody wants to go out. It's like they know these are doors. It's kind of odd, right? And no, I do not let them open the doors because the townspeople and AI mess up the trigger areas. No attendance here to give me popcorn. All right, so I don't want to make this too long and drawn out. We do have 2 restaurants. We have an arcade. Some of these things I've gone through before. Of course, this version I think is better. I better get away from that because I don't want to get busted for copyright for the music coming in from that arcade. But you have the back door entrance and you have the side door, and of course the front door. I just got some lag here. frame rate drop going out into a heavily populated city, or part of the city. Or maybe the sky was changing at the time. I don't know. Does it matter? No, not really. But yeah, it's huge. So we're gonna, before we get back to the beginning of this, I'm going to fly up and just go around so you can get a closer look at pretty much the layout of Lego Skywalker Saga. It's pretty awesome. The Federal District, at least. All right. This one is more based on Lego Skywalker Saga than the other ones, than the other levels. But as you'll see, Padme's apartment, if future plans allow, I will do an interior. But as of right now, the door just opens. It says, you can go inside, but you really can't. None of the other doors open except for what is in the shopping plaza, and that's okay. When it turns night, it looks so pretty. All right, now it's nightfall. Yeah, the lighting just pops here. So we'll just fly around at night. So here's something. Those of you that are able to install it, don't forget to come back and leave a comment maybe on this video or one of the future videos and let me know what you think. How in the world, I don't even remember putting Panaka in this. Or, no, is that Panaka? You spin me right round, baby, right round. I can punch him out. Typho. Which one is it? Panaka or Typho? I don't know. One of the two. We walk down, around, go underneath the platforms here. Yeah, I think this looks 10 times better than the last iteration of the mod. All right, so let's go the side entrance of the marketplace and head back. So we're going to go to the taxi platform. Hey, Senator Organa. If somebody says that, how do you know that's who it is? Get into the files. There's two versions of him. Blue robes and green robes, I think. But that's Senator Organa. Senator Chuchi, I think she's a senator. Chuchi's in here. She's not named Chuchi, but she is in the files. It's Chuchi. She's in here unless she loaded in or didn't load in. I'm not going to look for her, but yeah. So all these different characters from the Clone Wars are actually they're actually available as townspeople. It's amazing. You just have to, I guess, know your Clone Wars. So anyway, select your destination, please. Take me to the Jedi Temple. Are you sure? Now I can say no. I can say yes. If I say yes, I get a taxi. All right, now if I come back, select your destination, please. All right, so reset that because we don't want a million of them to spawn in. Take me to the Jedi Temple. If I say no, look at this. Take me to the Uscru district. What? If I say no, comes up, take me to the lower levels. If I say no, I'll just stay here for now. All right, then you just have to re-engage the conversation by just going out of the area and come back in. Select your destination, please. First of all, it's going to say, sometimes he's facing this way. Again, the replayers are not the best for putting this many townspeople in. All right, select your destination, please. Take me to Jedi Temple. Yes. All right, so we're going to go in here. And I'm just going to show this cutscene once because you're actually going quite a ways away. But next time, I'll do an edit. All right, so we are in the Jedi Temple, and something's messed up. You notice what's messed up? The sky. And it's a glitch. It's first time this glitch, no, it's second time this glitch has happened. It just happens to be when it loads, what happens when it loads. So, what I want to do is find here and go back to the Federal District and come back. Yeah, that is the true black sky dome, not pitch black. That is the glitched black, which removes all light, almost all light. I mean, everything sees red, right? All right, let's go back. If it glitches again, I quit. All right, that's what it's supposed to do. Anyway, this Jedi Temple I built last year, but with the mods, things got an upgrade. So I did the actual Let's Build of this, maybe it was 2 years ago. But anyway, I did the actual Let's Build of this, and then I went on my own and did the mods to it. Originally, I had parks over here. There is no park. The Jedi Temple is bland, bare. Watch the movie, pause it. There's 4 entrances. I'm guessing Hall of Knowledge, Hall of Wisdom, Hall of Serenity, and the main entrance. I think that's what, I don't remember. But each one has a landing platform. Each side looks almost the same except for the front, which has the Jedi entrance, the pillar entrance. You can see how they're short right there. The 4 pylons or pillars, whatever you want to call them. But over here you have an extra row of them, or an extra 2 rows. But anyway, yes, this is the Jedi Temple, and not much more because I don't have an interior, but I will build one day. All right, that's the plan, is to build one, but take a gander of that for purposes of looking at things. It is cool. Yes, it is cool. It'll be better once we get up here and have the doors slide open and go inside, but that is not today. Neither will it be tomorrow, nor will it be anytime in the foreseeable future. Because I have so many things to do. All right, so where would you like to go? Well, we only have one choice here. Take me to the Federal District. Are you sure? Apparently, yes. Through the power of editing, we are back. Now we have to wait for our taxi droid to load in again. Now I know how I can fix it, reduce the amount of townspeople, hook them up on different replayers, but with all this stuff going on here, oh, I know what I could do. All right, I just thought of how I can get everything to work. Anyway, I'm just thinking. All right, so here we go. Let's go to the next area, which you've seen last year, but with mods it looks a little bit different. Select your destination, please. Take me to Jedi Temple. No. Uscru District. Yes. All right, get in our taxi. So we taxi down the runway. I can hear the people shout. We are in the Uscru District, specifically Vosgussel Street. So the Uscru District is also known as the Entertainment District, or part of the Entertainment District. I'm not sure if it encompasses the whole thing, but what they don't tell you is when they talk about the Entertainment District, it's only a small part of Coruscant, because Coruscant is an entire planet. An entire planet! So we're only dealing with the stuff around the Jedi Temple and the Federal District, which is only like a small portion of the entire Coruscant. So we don't know what else. How many entertainment districts are there in Coruscant? Just on the upper levels, probably 5,000. Hey, guess what we got now in the toy box with the ThatBrownBat version 1.2? Trash! We have some trash! All right. You wanted it, we got it. We got garbage. All right, so we got Han Solo and Chewbacca wanted poster. Sabine Wren wanted poster. So this is based more on the actual movie than Lego Star Wars. So movie references, there's not a lot going on in movie references because you don't explore everything. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, took a lot of liberties. The bridge right here that goes through, it's not in the movie. I do have another toy box, which after with this version of the mod, I started ripping it apart and rebuilding it, but that is based on the map of Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. But I have a feeling that once I put all the appropriate fixins in, I'm gonna run out of space. But this one, surprisingly, isn't that bad as far as memory. Then again, it's only 2 streets. And I think if I limit things from now on, I keep saying that, I've been saying that for 2 or 3 years, but we limit things, we'll never run out of, you'll never run out of memory. But the trick is knowing what the limits are. And what are the limits? Well, if it's based on another video game, you're going to probably exceed the limits. If it's 2 streets like this, then you're good to go. And that's something that is easy to do because Vosgussel Street is like a platform. It's in between high-rise buildings. But that is one of the iterations of the Coruscant Underworld. You have what's down there, right? Underneath, it's below the higher levels, but it is not the lower levels. As a matter of fact, if I remember, I will throw this clip in from the Skywalker Saga that proves what I'm talking about.
If you think this place is bad, don't ever go to the lower levels. Compared to down there, Uscru is a paradise.
Anyway, this deserves a bird's eye view. Yes, a Boba's eye view. This deserves a Boba's eye view. You can see the differences between this year and last year if you watched last year's May the 4th special. And I don't think it's gonna get this. I don't think this level is gonna get any better than this. But I can't wait to go into the long video of what I've done for version 1.2 because I did a lot. Hindsight, I would like an elevator that goes up to the train station. This is the railway. But anyway, fly up here. No! Oh. Push me out of the way. Run, no, the train! Ah! I have a jetpack. We can take this and fly it around. I could go back to the Federal District because the trigger error is over there, by the way, but I'm going to do it the way I intended. Are you ready to leave? Take me to the Federal District. Are you sure? Yes. And Guess what? Logic's broken. That's supposed to load in the taxi. I'm going to have to do something different. So much for the replayability of this. Well, I can bring this back in. There was supposed to be a taxi that loads in. It just did not. I am going to see if I can get this. Now, if I go straight out here, there's 3 boxes. By default, the only one that's active is the one going to the Jedi Temple. So, what I'm going to do, select your destination, Jedi Temple, no. Uscru District, and I'm going to say yes. But I'm not going to jump in that because that's on the spawner, so that won't come with me. And now, if I take this and just fly out around about here, should take me back to the Uscru District. And I have my vehicle with me, put it back to where it's supposed to be. And let's see if this loads in. Get it to load in before all the townspeople load in. That's probably what it is. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is. If you get that to load in first, you're fine. Unfortunately, there's a workaround. I need more time to get it. Fix all the bugs. All right, driver. You know what? I was just going to go up here and select it anyway without him. Take me to the Jedi Temple? No. Uscru District? No. The lower levels? Yes. Now we got a quad jumper. You know what's funny? In this level, I've never had an issue with this coming out. It's weird. Anyway. All right, so we are going down to the lower levels, and I don't know how to go into a toy box like that and still be in the ship. Now, I can do it, but I won't be able to accurately do what we're doing right here. What we're doing right here is we're going to go straight down, and I want it to be cinematic, all right? This is the only way I know how to do it, and that is to have a transition here where you're on a platform. And this is the best part of this show. This is an entrance to one of the lower levels of Coruscant. And I'm getting shot at. Now, if I don't jump out, it's going to keep going down. It doesn't go back and forth. It only goes in loop. So I've tried it going back and forth. I've one way and stop, one way and delete, and I can't get it to work like that. But let's do a little walkthrough. It's a little bit different here, and I'm surprised it's not lagging. I just put so many townspeople in here. But I should have done it in sections, but I wanted to get this done, and it was just quicker. Just throw them down, and I'm surprised it didn't crash while I was putting them down. So last time we were here, and I showed this off. Oh, hold on, before I get destroyed. He's doing a dance. So last time I was here, I didn't have the upside down buildings, and I think I made a mention of I'm like, I can't get them in there. Well, I got something like that really looks like an upside down building, I think. So that's that. Lots of different changes. Change, yeah. Hey, the popcorn vendor's back. Now, the difference between this and like the slums is there's a ceiling here. You can see it. That is a ceiling. What's above the ceiling? A floor. A floor for what? A level up above it. What? Bloodstains on the wall? All right, so the story behind this was this is the access to the railway. I had to close it off because I didn't have enough space. This right here is supposed to be access to the subway. I didn't have enough time to make a subway level. The subway, there's 4 corners. There's 4 subway entrances and 4 railway entrances. Each of those is supposed to connect you to the another one. So it's supposed to go around. And the subway, of course, it was supposed to be arch vaults and tunnels. By the way, what do you think of this alley? But just being down here, it really fits the atmosphere for what's going on. It really does. Any of these alleyways. Anyway, somewhere around here is an elevator. I know it's around the alley right around here because I can get to it. I can usually find it if I climb up here. All right, it might be around the corner somewhere. Here it is. So the blue arrow. That's all that is. This is why you don't stay and fight all the time. You get out of there. All right, well, anyway, that's pretty much it. There is there's an R2 unit on fire somewhere in here. You're supposed to have 2 guys on both sides warming their hands up, but I've loaded this multiple times and they didn't stay standing still. They took off. Oh, where are you, droid on fire? If anything, there should just be fire if the droid's not going to load in. Here's another alleyway. I like alleyways. It's just like populated with like rubble and trash. One of the things you didn't know is if you change the team, they'll shoot. How do I know that? Because I modded them to shoot. The only thing is guns don't come out, but I'm not going to do that now. Actually, in the last BrownBat mod 1.1, that was available there, but I didn't tell people about it because as soon as 1.1 come out, I was busy making 1.2. I'm looking for that droid. I just want to see if there he is. So there's one of the guys that was warming his hands. Apparently he broke logic. I don't know where the other guy is, but I know that was one of them. Oh, I don't know what Boba Fett's modifier is for target aiming, but it's not as big as Han's. How do I know that? Because I modded Han's. So you have a damage multiplier, if you didn't know this, for zooming in. And I don't know which character profile tells you that, if any, but there is a damage modifier when you zoom in. So anyway, this right here loads in from the get-go. So you can talk to him all you want. Actually, I think talking to him actually opens up the gateway. Oh, so that gateway, that's the thing. This is off by default, and you got to turn it on. And I forgot to fix it. But anyway, I think you have to talk to him in order to get that back on. It was supposed to make this load in, but this wouldn't load in. But now it's there, so let's hop in. Now when we come back, this is going to be broken. And I ran out of time to fix it. At least before this. I have to get this edited. And again, this is take 4, I think. So I'm really running short of time. Uh-oh! I froze it. It froze. It didn't load. It's not loading. I gotta go to Task Manager. I gotta use the keyboard. Gotta use the keyboard because the mouse isn't used. It's that one glitch where the mouse won't work. There we go. That's a Disney Infinity thing. So guess I want to load that again. I want to go back down there and come back out. Oops, I didn't want to go to the temple. He loads in. Hey, I got the ship. You can go back on break now. Go back down. Let's get shot at some more. All right. Okay, now we got it. So let's go back down. I want to see if that was just a one-time glitch where it messes up the coming back up, or if it's something that I have to fix some other time. All right, so I'm gonna have to do something with the townspeople to get this droid stationary because he comes out too late. I think when the Jedi Temple, no. District, no. Lower levels, yes. All right. This one works. But I think when we come back out of the other one, we're going to have an issue. Because what I've seen is the setting doesn't always stay when you say orient along path. Sometimes when you go in here, like now, I think if it does what it did before, the orient along path, you can also see the stormtroopers aren't there. So I think what happens coming back here, I think it comes back in exactly where it left off. But let me talk to him and see if we still have the issue. Yep, we're facing backwards. So orient along path doesn't work the second time because we should be facing the other way. And we might not, yeah. Oh, it does, okay, yeah. So you actually do have to, and crash. And crash. I gotta scale this stuff down. But the thing is, I got in there, was I getting shot at? Those guys were supposed to be, oh my goodness. Select. Now it's not gonna load in until I go up here. But anyway, I think it's a logic thing that I have to fix. But yeah, download it when it comes out and see what you can do with it. It doesn't always crash, but I'll probably go back to the originals and restart the logic over again. But having it do this is just great. That's my favorite out of this whole thing. I mean, I could have just, that's my submission. Bye. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. This is it. All right. So take this out. That opens up the trigger area. But for some reason, oh, you know what? I think I know how to fix it. And it just has to do with how I have these spawned in. I bet you when I come back in, it's already loaded. I'm going to try something. All right, so I'm just going to... All right, so I want to see... Nope, it's not there. I thought maybe it was there. I'm like, okay, maybe that's the reason why. No. But watch this. Now, let me go here. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Properties. Generated. No, I don't want that. What do I want? Property. Oh, no. What? Oh, yeah, that is. All right, so see, orient along path off. It's not supposed to be off. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that it's the quad jumper from the disc. But when I load it in the first time, it's on, which is supposed to be on. So that's what causes it to move backwards. And let's see. So yeah, so when I hop in, the replayer clears, so there should be no stormtroopers when I hop in again. And talking to that guy, you know what? It should be, yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it, when I hop in, it's going to turn that on. I think I'm going to have to, this calls for another mod. The Slave 1 and the quad jumper need to be in the toy box and substitute something else to go in their place for the power disc. Just swap around so I don't have to worry about the cool ships having to having the hassle of something like that. They should be available. Oh yeah, and the Y-wing. Yeah, so nothing's different except that orient along path. And this doesn't matter because this is not orient along path. It sort of goes straight down. So it's just so weird. I got to redo this. But anyway, you get the gist of it. So I got to show you the coolest parts, which is this is the coolest part. Anyway, have a happy May the 4th. Enjoy the rest of your week. And until next time, may the Force be with you always.